Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Nexus NX-8060 600 watt power supply. What's included are the modular leads, screws for mounting the power supply in the case, and the power supply. The Nexus 80 Plus line of power supplies are available in wattages ranging from 400 to 600. These power supplies have enough power for most mid-range computer systems. I'm looking at the new and improved, quieter 600 watt model today. This model is now a little quieter than their 500 watt model and 7.5 decibels quieter than the older 600 watt version. So it's an excellent choice for a multimedia home theater PC build because it's virtually silent but still provides ample wattage. Now, how is this wattage determined? To understand this, you need to know what rails are. Rails are basically well-regulated transformers which convert domestic current into the voltages that your computer system can use. And there are essentially two different rails, the 3.3/5 volt rail and the 12 volt rail. In this particular case, the approximate maximum peak output of the 3.3/5 volt rail is 155 watts and the 12 volt is 580 watts, which is essentially how the wattage of this power supply is determined. The 3.3/5 volt rail is responsible for the motherboard, memory, PCI cards, and so on, while the 12 volt rail is responsible for the hard drives, optical drives, fans, CPU, video cards, etc. Also, some might be interested to know the peak amps on each rail. The plus 3.3 volt is 36 amps, the plus 5 volt is 30 amps, and the 4 plus 12 volt rails are 18 amps each. Please note that a single plus 12 volt rail is preferred in a multiple video card setup. There are a couple of important things to remember when selecting a power supply. The first is wattage. Determine how much wattage you are going to require by the amount of hardware you will be installing. Generally speaking, a medium to high-end gaming rig would require a 500 to 700 watt power supply. If, however, you are going hardcore and have a multiple video card setup with lots of other hardware, select a power supply that's above 800 watts. Second, it should be at or above 80% efficient at typical load. This power supply has an 80 plus certification and a minimum of 80% efficient at all loads. Third, it should meet the latest ATX and other current standards, environmental directives, overvoltage, undervoltage, and other protections. This power supply meets all current standards. Fourth, I'd recommend choosing a power supply that has APFC. APFC, or active power factor correction, is something that also assists the power supply in being more efficient and therefore stable under load. APFC basically reduces total harmonics, corrects input voltage, and it allows for full input voltage range. Thankfully, this power supply has APFC. Finally, get a power supply that has enough leads for your setup. This power supply comes with a matte black paint finish, one ultra quiet 120mm fan, and thankfully the fan grill is recessed, which ensures that it will fit in any ATX case. There's also lots of ventilation provided by the honeycomb grill to ensure that the inside of the power supply remains cool. Here's the power cable connection and the power switch. This power supply has plenty of leads. Most are modular, but the main motherboard leads and the PCI Express lead is hardwired into the power supply and can't be removed. The modular leads can easily be attached or removed, which is very convenient because you only need to use the leads necessary for your particular setup. Also, all the leads are sleeved, and this reduces the cable mess inside the case and will improve airflow. Finally, have a listen to the 120mm fan. If you're looking for a very quiet, quality power supply that performs really well, I'd recommend you check this product out. This is the new version of the previous model that they had. So when you're shopping for this product, remember to get the revised, quieter edition. Overall, this is a great product. Until next time, take care.